Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to share with you my December favorites, and I do have some fails. So before I get started, I just want to mention that you are watching another video in the same outfit. Sometimes I do an outfit change, but you know what guys, I'm tired. I really wasn't in the mood for doing that. So we are going to pretend that it's a different outfit, and it's okay. So before I go into my favorites, I want to show you some empties that I have. This one is not actually empty, but this is a replacement. I emptied one of these already, and I actually do enjoy this moisturizer. This is the one from REPHR Beauty, the Signature Skin Dream Barrier Cream. I have really been loving this. This is such a good moisturizer. I use it in the morning and in the evening. What I like about this moisturizer, it is not super thick. It absorbs into your skin. You can actually use it as a primer also if you wanted to use it as a moisturizer on your primer. However, I always use SPF over it. But sometimes when I use my SPF and this, I don't use a primer. I'm not wearing a primer today. Doesn't make me too shiny, too oily, too nothing. It's just perfect. It blends right in, sinks into your skin. It doesn't sit on top of it. So I feel that makeup goes on really well. You get 1.7 and it's fluid ounces, and it's like $38, which I don't think is bad. Like I said, this is my second bottle. I'm probably like halfway through it. Now, I will repurchase again, but not immediately. I do have other moisturizers that I need to go through. I don't want them to go bad. But I wanted to use this long enough so that I can give you a review. This is a really nice one. I love the packaging. I love these that it's an air pump. And you don't have to be sticking your fingers into it. And you use 1000% of the product that's in it. Air pumps work really well for that reason. I just love it. I think the packaging is pretty without being too big, too bulky. This is just a good one that I really do enjoy. Okay, then another empty that I have is this eye cream. This is called the Extreme Eye Cream from InBeauty. I really enjoy the InBeauty skincare, and this is why I am not purchasing another one of these right away, because I do have some skincare from InBeauty that I want to use. But I have been using this one. This one they sent to me in PR, but I have purchased many products from InBeauty, not just for myself or for my daughter. She also loves their moisturizer. They do run some good sales, sometimes 20 to 25% off on their website. And I don't feel like their products are too expensive for the quality. This was really good. This I used to use AM and PM. Very hydrating, very moisturizing. I really enjoyed it, and I was sad when I ran out because I really liked it. All right, so now for makeup, not empties, but I did want to share those with you because those are amazing products that I don't do empties videos, but when I have really good products that I'd recommend, I like to show them to you, like in my favorites. Okay, so starting with foundation, two foundations I have been loving this month, and this is about the only thing I've been really using. The two from Maybelline. This is the Super Stay 30 Hour Lumi Matte Foundation. This is the one I'm wearing today on my face. I love this foundation. This foundation is very long lasting. It is not a thick consistency. I feel like a little goes a long ways. It's not super liquidy though, but it gives you a perfect medium coverage. It does a great job of covering most of my hyperpigmentation, which you guys know I have a lot. I don't feel like it settles into, I have some lines on my forehead, I have texture on my temples, and I think it does a really good job of looking nice on my skin. I'm 70 years old. I have normal to oily T-zone skin, and I think this works just right. And when it tells you that it's Lumi Matte, it is. It is not super luminous. You're not gonna look like a grease ball. I don't like that. I feel when I use something that is very luminous, you can see my imperfections more, especially my pores and my lines. And when I wear something that is super matte, it's the same thing. You can see my lines and you can see my pores more. So I have to find a happy medium that is going to sink into my skin, that is going to look as natural as possible. I'm not trying to look like I'm not wearing makeup. I know I'm wearing makeup. I'm okay with people knowing I'm wearing makeup. But I want it to look as nice as possible and blend in as nice as possible. And this one is the same way. Now, the only thing I have to say is Maybelline needs to get it together. It used to be that I used to be able to get shade 120 and it would be perfect for me. But these are so far apart. This is also the 120. This is the Plump and Glow. I love it. I can still use it. I don't know. I thought about getting a lighter shade. But this is 120. Okay. And the Plump and Glow. And I'm going to show you the 120 of the Superstay. This is more of what I'm used to. Look at the difference between both. And it used to be that I didn't have to look. I just looked for shade 120 and that would be my shade. But now it's like I feel like this one, the lifter one, the Plump and Glow, no, Plump and Glow, yeah. It's like 2 shades darker. So I do like it enough that if I see it on sale, I think I am going to get a lighter shade. Oh, that is a big difference to me. If I'm mixing both, I can, yeah, it looks fine. But sometimes you don't want to be mixing. I don't mind mixing a foundation, but sometimes you just want to pick one, right? And make it work. Okay, mascara that I've been loving also is the new one from Maybelline, and this is the Lash Sensational Body Mascara. This is such a pretty mascara. It is not what I'm wearing today. This gives you very fluffy lashes. It does a great job of separation. It gives you enough length and volume. I think this is an excellent everyday mascara. I really do enjoy it. I don't get any flaking or smudging on my upper lashes. I do have to wear something else on my lower lashes because it will smudge on my lower lashes. No flaking, but a lot of smudging. But this is a beautiful mascara. I love the packaging also, but definitely I would recommend it. This is such a pretty mascara. Definitely will repurchase. Okay, also CoverGirl has done a great job. For the longest time, CoverGirl was such a boring brand, right? They're not coming out with anything exciting, and then all of a sudden they are just killing it out there with new products. They're so nice. What I'm wearing today is the CoverGirl Skin Enhancer. This is the bronzer, and this is in the shade Butterscotch. This is so pretty. I believe this is the second shade up. It's not the lightest, but it's not the darkest, but it just looks pretty. This reminds me very much of the Hourglass bronzer. Their powder formulas. This is one of the blushes. This one is a Rose Latte. This is what I'm wearing today. Again, very beautiful. These blend like a dream. I don't feel like you can overdo it with the bronzer. They do have a little bit of a glow, but they don't have glitter, and they're not overly glowy or, you know, too much on your face. And then this last one is Strawberry Drizzle. And I found these two on Amazon. Ulta does have some. I believe they're the same price. They're like $11.99. Look at that. All 3 shades are just absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. I really do enjoy this release. I hope that they come out with a highlighter, which I don't see why not. I think that would be beautiful. Or even a finishing powder. That would be so pretty. So now let's go for eyes. Things that I have been enjoying. And there's one that I was hoping that I would change my mind on. Mercari Beauty sent me these eyeshadows. These are the new ones. These have a little bit of, I wouldn't call them shimmer, but they're not matte. I guess, yeah, they have like a little bit of glow, a little bit of shimmer. And they sent me 3 shades in PR. And these are beautiful. Okay, these seem to be a different formula than their matte eyeshadows. First one is in the shade Matchbook, and it's called the Solo Shadow Sheens. So that's what they have. They have more of a sheen than they do a shimmer. They look beautiful as a one and done eyeshadow. They're really gorgeous. Now the first 3 times I tried them, they creased on me, but then I figured out how to use them. I can't have absolutely anything on my eyes. I have to take a brush with just a hint of powder, and I mean just a hint, and just kind of powder my lids a little bit. Not enough that you're even going to see the powder. And then these eyeshadows look beautiful. They last all day and they are amazing. So the first one was Matchbook. This one is Iris. And this is something that I'm going to wait a little bit to make sure they don't dry out like the other ones do. But if they don't, I will buy additional shades, because on a day-to-day, this is Iris, the second one. On a day-to-day, what I wear the most is just one and done eyeshadows. And these are gorgeous, whether you apply them with your finger, whether you apply them with a little stiffer brush. They blend like a dream. When they dry, they don't go anywhere, and they look nice all day long. I really do enjoy these. This last one is in Glace, and you can tell I've been using them. There's a dip in them. So once I figured out how to use these, yeah, I like them very, very much. This is Glace. It's the lightest one. There's an even darker one that I want to get. Now, when they send me some PR, they asked me if I wanted to try one of their matte eyeshadows again. I told you guys a while back that I had several had purchased. I had like 3 that I had purchased, and they had sent me 2 in PR of the matte ones. These are just called the Solo Shadows. I had to declutter all of them because they dried out. Now the packaging is this one, different on this one. First of all, the lid is gold and the packaging is dark. The little bottle is dark. And when you close them, they click, and you need to make sure that you click them, because I guess it would dry even faster. These, the ones that have the sheen, are silver, and you can see through the packaging, and they don't click. They just close. I close them tight, but they don't click. So they sent me this one. This one is in the shade Brun, B-R-U-N, Brun. I didn't own this one. Okay, if you look, it has a crack on it. It already came with a crack, which tells me it's already dry. This is brand new. And I still try to play with it. If I go like this, I barely pick anything up. It just feels hard. I don't think that, look, I don't think that I can get enough on a brush. It's not spreading. This is dry already. This is so disappointing. Why have they not changed the formula on these? And you guys, you know I get PR from Merit all the time. But I can't recommend these because they're a mess. They come dry. And if they don't come dry, they will dry out on you. I've had to get rid of all of them. I have to get rid of this one. This one is dry and it's brand new. I just opened it for the first time yesterday because I was going to use it. Instead of using what I have on my eyes today, which I will show you in a minute, I was actually going to use this on the outer V, and then I was going to use Glace in the center. This does not, you cannot get it to blend. It is patchy. I would have to work so hard on my eyeball, and I don't want to work that hard on my lids. I don't want to be abusing them in order to use an eyeshadow. So I really think Merit needs to do something about these. They need to change their formula. They need to figure out how to find something. Why can't they use the same formula but in a matte? These spread so nicely whether you use a finger or a brush. I don't understand it, but they need to retire this. And I do appreciate it, and thank you so much for sending me these. I love these. But this, they need to change it. They need to improve it. So I don't have anything else to say about that. Some beautiful shadows. What I have on my eyes today are the ones from Lisa Eldridge. These are 2 new shades that she released for the holidays from the Liquid Lyrics collection. I will list the shade up here. These blend like a dream. You can use your finger. You can use a brush. Once they dry, they don't go anywhere. They will last all day. I own most of the shades. So I have the darker one, which is like a steel or gunmetal, and then the pink one on, I have this one on the outer V and the crease, and then the pink one on my lid. This is what I wore on Christmas Day because I was lazy, didn't want to mess with it. These are absolutely gorgeous, so pretty, and I absolutely love anything that Lisa Eldridge releases. I think she does a great job. Okay, for now, for affordable eyeshadows, I have some from e.l.f. has released. They're called the Liquid Velvet eyeshadows. These are so good. I would compare these to the Makeup by Mario liquid eyeshadows. They are, I believe, $8, and they are beautiful. These eyeshadows, when you put them on your lids, they're easy to spread. You can use, I usually use a brush, okay? And they just blend like a dream. They're not patchy. Once they dry, they don't go anywhere. They will be on your eyes all day. And I think they look beautiful. They're long lasting. They're affordable. You can just use one eyeshadow or just use different ones and, you know, create a look. This one is a darker shade, darker brown. This one is in Cable Knit, the darker one. The first one was Beige and Boujee. This one right here. This one is Current Mood, C-U-R-R-E-N-T. And then the last one are Extra Toasted. Extra Toasted. They're so pretty. I think that you can't go wrong if you've been wanting to try the Makeup by Mario, but you don't want to spend the $25. These are absolutely gorgeous. I have worn them many, many times, especially the lighter ones. They're just beautiful. So easy to apply. Like I say, I just put a little bit on my lid and I take a brush, a fluffy brush, and I just spread it and then just blend it on the crease. Beautiful. All right, so now let's go into my favorite category, which is lips. Do we have a lot of nice lip products? I've been dealing with a cold. My lips were not chapped because I always have something on my lips, so they really never get chapped. But they were like burning, but almost like when you have a fever, you know how your eyes burn, your lips burn. And I didn't want to put anything that I put on my lips that was like minty or like the love of my life, Lawless. Even that bothered me because that has that cooling, minty, you know. So that was bothering me. I didn't have anything that was plain Jane. That didn't have any extra ingredients. So I went to the grocery store. I went to Publix. And I was looking and I found Burt's Bees. And I said, well, Burt's Bees is pretty mild, right? The OG, been around forever. So they had a 4-pack. They all had like fruity names, but they had one that I thought they were tinted because of the cap. They had one that had a clear cap that was coconut and pineapple. So I said, well, I don't care if they smell good as long as they don't have any kind of coloring, because I just want to put it like all over, like even on the outside of my lips, because that's mainly what was bothering me. Like the outside of the line of my lip is what was bothering me the most. So I just wanted to cover all of that. Well, none of them are tinted. They're all like clear. Those smell different. They smell amazing, but they're all clear. But anyways, this has been the salvation to my lips because they don't have any kind of cooling, any kind of plumping, any kind of anything. They're just nice and moisturizing, hydrating. You know, they stay on your lips. It doesn't go anywhere. So if you have a cold, I don't know, I just feel like when you have a cold, you just want comfort. You don't care if it's pretty. You just want it to feel good on your lips. These are amazing. Yes, I would recommend Burt's Bees for the win. A combo that I have been absolutely loving on my lips. When I want something that is hydrating, that doesn't feel heavy on my lips, that is going to be long lasting, that I don't have to mess with it. I've been loving using a lip tint, and it doesn't have to be. This is the one from Benetint. This is the, I think it's raspberry shade. But the one from e.l.f. works amazing. I think Benetint, Clarins, and the one from e.l.f. are one of my favorites. Those are the ones that don't look patchy on me and that last the longest. A lot of the other ones look patchy. But what I like to do is I like to apply on clean lips. I don't have any lip balm or anything on my lips. I like to apply a layer of this, let it dry, apply a second layer of this so that it has a good solid color on my lips. Then I line it, whatever shade of lip liner you want to use. This one is from Morphe. This is Cherry Cola. This is what I'm wearing on my lips today. And then I use a lip gloss, lip balm, or something like that, that is going to keep my lips hydrated and feeling nice all day, especially now. Even here, it's been a little cooler, so I feel like your lips can get a little drier. This one is the one from Ole Henriksen. This is the lingonberry one. I bought a set of them. It brought like 6, I believe it was, and I got it from their website during the Black Friday because it was 25% off. So it brought like different shades. I already owned the strawberry one, so I gave that one away. But this one, you don't need a lot. Okay, also my Edam. Okay, I love using the Edam also because that one is nice and thick. It'll last a long time. But I thought I'd show you a different one today. You guys already know I love Edam. But this is a really good one. If I were to choose between this one and the Summer Friday ones, I will go for these. These they're a little thicker, but not in a bad way. They're thicker in that they're richer on your lips. They're gonna last a little longer. I feel like they give you a little more hydration. This one has peptides. They're about the same price. These are 23, the Summer Friday at 24. So that's about the same price. And I think the Edam are 24 also. So if I were to rate those 3, it will be Edam number 1, Ole Henriksen number 2, and Summer Friday is number 3. Okay, those are in my order of preference, but these are amazing. If you want something that's thicker, it will be the Edam. This one will be like the middle of the road, and then the Summer Fridays. But these are just things that they're shades. They're a little more pigmented also than the Summer Friday, which is nice because sometimes you just like to wear it on their own. I have other stuff underneath, but this is what it looks like. This one, it's got like a little bit of purple, but it doesn't really look purple on my lips over the tint that I have. But I think it's beautiful, very shiny. It stays within my lip line, but I also am wearing a lip liner and I don't goop it up. That's the one thing with lip glosses, lip balms, lip treatment, because this is a treatment. So this is going to be healthier for your lips than just wearing like a lip gloss. This is going to do more for your lips. But the trick is not to overdo it. The more you put on, the goopier it's going to get, the more it's going to run outside your lips. So just a little bit. I have been loving using that kind of a lip combo to use a tint, a lip liner, and then something shiny over them. It keeps them hydrated. It keeps your color on your lips for a longer period of time. When the shine is gone, you still have color on your lips. So you can't beat that. Okay, as far as lipsticks that I have been loving, I've been loving the new ones by Maybelline. I think they've done such a great job. This one is the one that is a satin. Okay, this one's number 106. Maybe it's soft. Oh, look how pretty that is. Very, very beautiful. I own 3 and I love all 3. This one is a matte one. It's Hold the Door. They're matte ones. This is number 008. They're not dry. It's not a matte that is going to emphasize the line on your lips. It's a very comfortable matte that you can still go like this with your lips, okay? Look how pretty. Pretty brown. They have a lot of different shades. If you're more into the pinks, the mauves, whatever. The only thing that drives me a little nuts is the packaging because it has to be a certain way for it to go in. But that's okay. They're beautiful, so I'll excuse it. And this one's number 4, Wild Card, which of course is red. Beautiful. And I prefer red lipsticks in a matte. I feel like they're less height maintenance. Yeah, they stay in place longer. I do have a couple of them that are satin, but I usually blot them and just leave a little bit of the shine on. And I make sure that I always wear a lip liner with a red lipstick because I want it to stay in place. I don't want it in my teeth. I don't want it on my chin. I don't want it on my cheeks. I don't want it anywhere. So I'm very careful when I wear a red lipstick. Okay, then also Revlon. Revlon hit it out of the park with this new lipsticks. Now these are only available at Ulta so far. I don't know if they're going to be available anywhere else. But I have 2 shades. This is a new one. This one is number 10, Heat Wave. And it's also a red, but if you can tell, it has like a little bit of a pink. If you compare it to the other red, like I feel like the Maybelline is a true red, where the other one has more of like a pinky red, and it does have a little bit, it's more of a cream. It's not a matte lipstick, but that one has a really nice wear time. And then this one is number 007 Sedona. This is the first one that I purchased, which is very beautiful. It's like a brown with a little bit of mauve. It just looks gorgeous. But this color, I feel like you can manipulate it also a little bit. If you use more like a burgundy or like a reddish lip liner, it goes more red than anything. So I think that that is beautiful. Now for my fails. Okay, this I've had for a long time, and I'm finally deciding to get rid of it. This is the Patrick Ta for Face. This is a cream foundation and finishing powder duo. Okay, the reason I haven't gotten rid of it is because it's Patrick Ta. I really don't hear too many people talking about it. So I really think that this was a kind of a flop, not just with me, but with other people. I bought this when it was released, and I've decided that I am not buying any more foundation products from Patrick Ta, because I don't like his foundation that he has now. It's super glowy. I purchased it, I put it on, and I felt like I could fry an egg on my face. I returned that one because it was too glowy, too glowy. So this one is like a cream foundation and then the powder. The problem is this is so thick. So thick. Okay, it's under some product, but do you see it? You cannot. This is one of those products that sits on my face, that if I go like this, it comes off on my hand. It goes off on my phone. If I hug someone, it goes on their clothes. It's just too much. It doesn't matter how little you use. It is way too much. And the powder is okay, but it's just a powder. It's nothing that I would say, okay, I'll keep it for the powder because the powder is so good. No. So this is going to be decluttered. It's going to be thrown away because I've used it, dipped my fingers in it. I'm not going to pass it to anyone else. And it's terrible. And I don't like to pass along products that are terrible. If something doesn't work for me, but it's still a good product, I will pass that on because it could work for the next person. But if it's something I feel is absolutely terrible, that doesn't work, I can't imagine what kind of complexion you need to make this work. If you've tried this, if you purchased this, if you love this, if you've hated this, let me know. But I've had it for a long time. It's one of those products when I look at it, I say, let me try it. Is it me? Let me try a different way. Let me try with a sponge. Let me try less. Let me try more. Pulling it aside, and that is going away. Another product that was kind of disappointing. This really broke my heart. And it was this from Dior. And this is a new drop from Dior for the holidays. Let me see what they're called. I can still wear it. It's not that I'm not going to wear it, because I am. But it's not what I thought it was going to be. And it was like a big letdown. It is called the Dior Forever Liquid Sequin Duo. And it's a limited edition. Like I said, they brought it out for the holidays. It comes in 8 different shades. The description is a limited edition double-ended lipstick featuring a transfer-proof liquid lipstick with a glitter finish, paired with a lip gloss with spectacular shine. So I think in the future, I'm just going to use it as a liquid lip. I'm only going to use the red part of it. Once you put the gloss on, okay, it's no longer a liquid lip, and it will go all over the place. And maybe with a lighter shade, that's not an issue, but with a red shade, that is very much an issue. Now, what I thought this was going to be, Chanel has a similar product, and I'll tell you what that is, which I own several of. It's called the Chanel Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue Ultra Liquid Lip Color. And that's what that looks like. It's the same thing. You have like the liquid lip. The top part is a gloss, a clear gloss. but it just gives it shine. It remains a liquid lip. That will not go anywhere. That one will wear for hours. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let me see the price. It's actually $5 cheaper than the Dior. Okay. So I was very disappointed. Now this one, and I took forever to buy it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy it. Because this is one that when it dries, if you purse your lips together, you get like sparkles on your lips. And I thought for the holidays, that may be cute. Now, if you don't purse your lips together, you still get a few of the sparkles, but not as much. So that's how I wore mine. I didn't want it to be super sparkly. I just wanted like a little bit of sparkle here and there. And it looks super pretty. But if you go like this, once it's dry, it sparkles even more. And then I thought, well, with a lip gloss, it's going to look beautiful. Yeah, but then it becomes mushy and a mess. And I was very disappointed. So I thought this was a big fail, at least for what I wanted. I wanted the Chanel dupe. And for the price, it should have been a Chanel dupe. The color is still beautiful, but I was going to wear it on Christmas Eve. But once it became all that moving around, I took it off. And I wore the ones from Lisa Eldridge, because this is a liquid lip that looks absolutely gorgeous. It stays in place. It is a very thin consistency. As you can see, this is a Lisa. Very comfortable. I don't feel like it emphasizes lines. It lasts all day. And if it does wear off in the center of your lips after you eat, after several hours, this is one that you can just reapply in the areas that you need to. Some liquid lipsticks, I feel like they get kind of flaky and you have to almost remove the entire thing and reapply. I don't feel like you have to do that with the Lisa Eldridge. I feel that you can just reapply in the area that you need it. I feel like this, for the price, really disappointed me. And I don't know if you can see the sparkle. If you'd like for me to try this on another video so that you can see what it looks like with the sparkle, let me know. I'll be more than happy to try it. And then my last favorite is this new perfume from Mugler. This is the Angel Stellar. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so good. This one, I got it at Macy's. They were having a huge sale on colognes, on perfumes. And I had Macy money, so I went ahead and I got it. But let me tell you something. You only need a little bit. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mugler perfumes, but they're pretty strong. So you only need a little bit. But this will last all day. It smells amazing. But you really get your money's worth because all you need is like one little spritz. I mean, that's enough. I just sprayed enough to last me all day. I'm going to smell amazing all day. And I've been getting so many compliments since I started using this. I've only used it like 4 or 5 times. It's pretty new. I just got it. But it is absolutely beautiful. So again, this is the Angel Stellar by Mugler. But oh my gosh, this is so good. So that's it. I think I had enough. You know, let me know what have been your favorites for the month. If you tried anything new that, you know, you think I should try. If there's anything out there that you would love for me to review. All right, you guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.